Today we're going to talk about fatigue while you're doing keto and when you're doing intermittent fasting. Why would you possibly be tired when you're doing this? It's supposed to give you energy, right? Take a look at what's occurring. We're getting into a state of ketosis, so we're trying to burn our fat. There's a lot of energy in our fat cells. In other words, this fat will turn into ketones, and ketones, theoretically, have more energy than glucose per gram. So that means there's something wrong in the machinery. Now, when we convert from sugar fuel to fat fuel, it normally takes about 3 days. Sometimes a little longer, sometimes a little less. But what we're trying to do is convert into this new machinery where our bodies can easily burn fat. And then when you get into 4 days, 5 days, 6 days, 2 weeks, a month, now you're really burning fat. The energy should increase unless there's hidden sugars, okay? If you're having a cheat meal every other day or having little carbohydrates as snacks or even protein in between the meal, that could keep your blood sugars up and down and prevent you from getting into the full ketosis so you have full energy. So this is one thing to look at right here. Next thing I want to talk about is EMF. Even though it's not necessarily related from your diet, it's something important because I notice a lot of people sit in front of the computer way too long. So they have their computer, their screen, their cell phone. It's giving off electromagnetic fields. When they go to bed at night, some of the electrical wires in the wall could be right at the head of your bed. I will say that this will really make you tired as well. And if this is causing fatigue and you keep changing your diet, this won't work. You have to find out what's causing the fatigue. So at this point, we're going to pretend that this is not a problem and we're going to focus on your diet. But let's say you work all this out and you still have fatigue. Take a look at this. Make some changes. There's a lot of information on this. I will put some links down below, but reducing the amount of exposure to this can greatly increase your energy, especially in your head, okay? Now, the next thing we're going to talk about is just basically keto fatigue, because that's what we're talking about. There could be certain nutrients that you're missing in your diet because when you do keto and you're burning more fat, your body requires certain nutrients more than others. The big one is B5. And B5 is intimately involved in supporting your adrenal glands and the production of energy. And so nutritional yeast would provide this very nicely, okay? Nutritional yeast, that's what I'm going to recommend because not only will it provide B5, but it'll also provide D, which is B1, okay? And a B1 deficiency, which is very common, especially with keto and without keto, will make you tired, and also it makes you nervous. Restless leg syndrome is one symptom, but definitely it could give you some fatigue if you don't have enough of this. But if you take nutritional yeast, you can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Okay, B, having enough potassium and sodium, okay? When you're on keto and intermittent fasting, you need a little bit more sodium and chloride, okay? Salt, and I recommend sea salt. I'm not going to get into why, but you just need more. And if you're deficient in salt, that right there can make you tired. Now, there's a little pump in all of your cells, and it's called the sodium-potassium pump. And you have billions of these little pumps in every cell. And the main job of this pump is to keep the potassium inside the cell and the sodium outside the cell to form a little battery to power the nervous system and the muscular system. So without enough potassium and sodium, the nerves and the muscles will fatigue. And that right there will make you tired. And so when you're on a ketogenic diet and you're not consuming enough of, let's say, vegetables, you're not going to get enough potassium. Or let's say you're not consuming enough salt, then this thing also won't work. So you need a good amount of potassium, 7 to 10 cups of vegetable, and about 1 level teaspoon of sea salt, and that should help. That right there should handle your fatigue. But also, magnesium could be deficient, and that's a real common deficiency with a lot of people. This is intimately involved in making ATP. energy currency of the body. So you need magnesium. Well, it just so happens when you're consuming vegetables, you're also getting magnesium, so you can kill two birds with one stone. You can also take these as an electrolyte powder. And a lot of people will instantly start feeling more energy simply because their body has been deficient in these minerals. So these are the things to look at. Also this, if you are tired on keto and intermittent fasting. Thanks for watching.
Hey, we're back.
With another amazing recipe.
No grains, no sugar, totally keto. There's no suffering in keto.
Absolutely not, Karen.
And it's an immune system builder.
Absolutely. You have to check this out.
I think you should hurry up, watch the recipe, and make it yourself. It's just so easy to be keto.
But is it simple?
It's super simple.
We hope you enjoy making it as much as we are enjoying eating it.